Hey everyone, it is High here, bringing you a video on both Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle and Genshin Impact. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into this topic here. And the topic is, can Dokkan Battle learn from the gacha system that Genshin Impact has? And the reason why I want to have the discussion, because of recently, my luck on featured units on certain banners have been really awful, really bad this year in 2020. And when Genshin Impact came out, this game just took the world by storm, right? It made $100 million in its first week. It's a fantastic game, open world, with a gacha system in it. And I wanted to discuss their approach when it comes to gacha and comparing it to what a 6-year-old game in Dokkan Battle. Kind of not fair, but I think it's important to discuss. So first and foremost, let's talk about my current experience, right? Transformation Gohan took me quite a bit of stones to get this unit, but it wasn't the only one, right? I had a horrible experience with Buhan, I had a horrible experience with LRUI Goku, and a multitude of other TUR units. So how bad? Well, you guys probably seen the video here. It took me 2,455 Dragon Stones, or really one multi-summon away from 50 multi-summons, to actually get the featured, right? The main unit in the Transformation Tech Gohan. Now, the rates for Dokkan is a 10% SSR rate, right? So the LRs are totally different, and it's hard to compare SSRs and LRs with 5 stars and 4 stars with Genshin Impact, but I'll try to at least. But the 10% SSR rate is a 5% featured and a 5% unfeatured. So in reality, I can only have a 5% chance to pull for a featured SSR, and then on a single summon, only a 0.714% chance of pulling that Gohan. All right, so very, very interesting dynamic there. Now, for per multi, I have almost a 7% chance per multi to pull the Gohan. Now, I'm not going to have rates for Genshin Impact on multis. We do have the stats for singles, and maybe some math genius can figure out the rates for Genshin Impact on the multis here. So for me to not get the Gohan in 2,400 Dragon Stones was very unlikely, right? I've seen a lot of people, pull him in 100 Dragon Stones, the first multis, 2, 3, things of that nature. So this is very unlikely, but there is no backstop to the bleeding that I experienced, right? There's no point there. There's a guarantee that I'm going to get this main featured unit, this Gohan here, and that's really where I have the biggest problem with, because I would say current or new gachas are putting this type of dynamic within the game. Grand Cross, there's certain banners where you summon like 900 diamonds and things of that nature, you'll get the featured, right? So I hope Dokkan considers it, because I think the money is still going to be very similar, and I think even more so, I think people would continue to summon if there was a guarantee involved, right? So anyway, let's take a look at Genshin Impact and how their gacha works. So we're going to talk about the Venti banner, because this is where it's a certain characters featured on here. We have 4 stars that featured, but this is a 5-star featured unit, and that's what we're going to be focusing on. And I know that this could be considered more of an LR than it is an SSR, but I'm just going to make it a comparison as a featured versus featured. Now, how this works here, the first thing you see actually is when it's a rate up, you see a 50% item drop, which is not the case. It's a 50% chance if you pull a 5-star, right? So it's 50% chance if you get pulled the featured, and of course the other ones that are on the banner. So that's actually what it means. If you look closer into the banner, this is basically how it works. And I think it's very important to understand this. So for you to pull a 5-star, so 5-star items, 5-star wish, you have a 0.6% chance. So not that much worse than pulling the featured for Gohan, but it is a 5-star character. So it's not, any. So for example, the explanation I showed for the Gohan over here, the 0.7% chance, that's for the Gohan, right? This is a 0.6% chance of pulling any 5-star, okay? Oops, let me go back here. Pulling any 5-star. So the rates are pretty tough, right? And once again, this may be more constituted to the LR banner. Now, I don't know what this means here. This was something I couldn't understand, including the guarantee. There is a guaranteed section here. We'll talk about that in a second. It's a 1.6% chance, but I'm not too sure kind of how that works. So if you guys know what this means, the consolidated probability include guarantee is 1.6% chance, and then over here on this one it's a 13% chance. It doesn't make any sense for me, because when you have your guarantee is 10 attempts, so basically per multi, which is 10 summons, you get a guaranteed 4-star. So this is already set up here. So this 13% doesn't make any sense to me. Neither does 1.6. So I'm just going to focus on this. So 0.6% per 5-star, which is ridiculous, which is awful. Now per multi, I don't know exactly what the rate would be on there. So like I said, the math wizards could figure that out. Now here's where it differs, right? Here's where I go, I can deal with the lower rate, because I get a guaranteed 5-star at least once per 90 attempts. Now, once again, this is more like an LR, and per 90 attempts, I get a guaranteed 5-star. Now, that's making it sound like, oh, that sounds really good, whereas on Dokkan, you can get featured units all the time, but might not get the featured, right? But the 90 attempts, for me, it seems like, hey, you know what, you have that really, really high chance, the 50% chance of pulling the featured. Now, the cool thing about this, now, once again, comparing to SSR, that sounds really bad, but when you compare it to the featured, when you get the first time you get a 5-star item, you get that 50% chance. If you don't pull the featured, in this case, Venti, it is guaranteed that the next 5-star you pull is the promotional character. Right, is the promotional character. So the next 5-star character is guaranteed to be the promotional character. So the worst case scenario, right? The worst case scenario is 18 multis, right? 90 attempts is 9 multis. You get a guaranteed 18 multis here. You get the guaranteed featured. In this case, Venti here. Now, of course, you have a chance of getting that unit prior to. But that's where that bleeding stops. If you're going for Venti, you just know that you just need 18 multis and you're set. You will get that unit. Now, I'm not going to go over 4 stars. 4 stars works, kind of the same here, right? So the next 4-star item is guaranteed featured character, XYZ, right? So it's the featured guaranteed is always, always there with that 50% increase there. So I think that's a pretty good system, right? I think that's a pretty good system. But when you start to look at it deeper, right? So there are 6 5-stars on this banner here, right? So, but then you have that 50% chance for Venti, and then you have to, so if you're shooting for Venti, you're going to have a really good chance. But if you're looking for Diluc or Chi-Chi or Jean, you have a much lower chance, right? Because those aren't guaranteed on there. So I guess that's a kind of a give and take, right? So let's look at a little bit more of an overview here, right? So it's a 0.6% per single chance of pulling a 5-star unit. Once again, really low. But and that 1.6%, I don't get it. I don't understand that 1.6% consolidated. But the guaranteed 5-star per 90 wishes, basically it's the pity there. 90 wishes guarantees, the guarantee resets though. So that's one thing I didn't mention. If you do pull 5-star before the guarantee, it resets. So now you have to do another 90 wishes or 9 multis to get your pity, right? So it resets every time you get that 5-star. Now the featured 5-star has a 50% chance. We talked about that, and it's a guaranteed 100% chance if your first 5-star is not the main featured. I really like that feature there. So I don't know, Dokkan can do like a, if I summon 10 featured units or 15 featured units, the 16th one would be guaranteed the featured or something like that. I don't know. It just I think they could do much better on the Dokkan side for an individual like me that would summon anyway, but not necessarily want to go 2,455 Dragonstones for one copy of the featured. So so when you compare this to Dokkan, 18 multis is approximately 900 Dragonstones, and I kind of mentioned, well, is Dokkan going to lose any money because of this? I don't think so, right? I don't think it's enough, but I think they will make more money having this backdrop, because I would say a lot of people quit summoning because they maybe use 600 dragon stones or something like that, and maybe if they know that they use some 900 dragon stones, they'll spend a little bit more to get the main featured, right? So when you actually break this down, and when it comes to dollars, and I'm going to use non-sale stones and non-sale primo gems, right? So you would need for 18 multis, you would need 900 dragon stones, and once again, not including like if there's going to be a buy 3 get 1 free or something of that nature. But 900 dragon stones would, generally speaking, be about $450 US. All right, which is a lot of money already, and you can already tell, like, 2,000 dragon stones. Yeah, 2,000 dragon stones for one stinking unit. It doesn't make me feel good to even, and once again, money's not really, I'm not really focusing on the issue on there, but Bandai's focusing on the issue of money. But it's like, I think they would make more money because more people would summon further on than for a person like me who would just go ahead and spend until I get that featured unit. So I think you would get more dollars overall versus just a few whales here and there going for it all, right? So because for me, then if I only spent a couple hundred dragon stones, you're not going to get extra dollars from me, right? So I think it works well all around. Now for Genshin Impact, it will take 28,800 primo gems, because it's 1,600 primo gems for a multi, for you to get 18 multis, right? To guarantee yourself 2 5-stars, and the second 5-star being the featured. And that would cost around $356. And once again, right now there's promotions and stuff like that. I'm talking about non-promotions. You get bonuses if you buy more in bulk, and I don't think those are going to go away. But there's some like crazy deals going on right now because the game just launched. So yeah, it's about $100 less, right? But like I said, you're gonna get more people to summon closer to that. If someone had 700 dragon stones they use, and then knowing that they need 200 more dragon stones to get the main feature, they're gonna go for it. Versus, I don't know how many more dragon stones it's gonna take me to get that unit. I think that is something to consider, Dokkan, right? So when Dokkan started, it wasn't even a guaranteed SSR. Okay, so I'm glad they implemented that. I think that changed the game tremendously, was the guaranteed SSR per multi. I think that's fantastic on there. And one thing I didn't mention on the on Genshin Impact, it doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's a single or a multi. They just count summons, right? So you don't have to do 18 multis. You can do 90 summons or 180 summons, and it still counts, right, as the 18 summons. So back to this. So having the guaranteed multis, yeah, you get a little discount. You a little bit get a bump with doing multis here, which is great. And then they introduced the red coins. Well, why not? There's a couple ways of solving this. They can do the backdrop, right? Say, hey, it's going to cost 900 or 1,000 dragon stones. If you don't pull your featured main, in this case Gohan, in 1,000 dragon stones, your next multi, or you'll just get it for free, right? You just get it for free, one copy. And people are going for dupes and things of that nature. They can go ahead and rock and roll and do that, or make red coins available to purchase a brand new unit, because a lot of people have summoned and got shafted on a lot of other banners. It would be nice for them to be able to use it there. Now I know that's an issue. How about another solution? Because I know a lot of people would argue that, because hey, then a lot of people wouldn't summon because they have all these red coins stocked up. You have to have have summoned or at least spent 1,000 dragon stones to then activate using your red coins to buy maybe a dupe, right away. I'm not talking about 3-4 months later when it's in the shop, right? I'm talking about right away. If you're able to get a unit, then you can use the red coins to purchase dupes to go into it, right? I think that's pretty fair. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas floating through my head, but I would just love a backdrop. I would love to be 900, 1,000. Maybe even 2,000 dragon stones, because my luck is so bad, for you to get the featured SSR or even LR, right? Tell me what you guys think, though. This is just me kind of venting here, and thinking about ways, as I play Genshin Battle here, or not Genshin Battle, Genshin Impact here, on how I kind of like that system. That I know that the more I summon on a banner, I will get that main featured unit. So there's going to be a new banner coming out pretty soon, and now I know I can just dive right in and get that unit, and won't feel won't have total despair if I'm just going for that for that featured. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like the system on Genshin Impact? I know some of you guys haven't even played it because this is more of a Dokkan channel here. And what about you Dokkan players out there? Do you guys think they need a revamp or put a little bit of help, a backdrop for, or a backstop for, for featured units, so you don't go crazy deep for just one copy? Comment below. Let me know how you feel. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning, and also enjoy some Genshin Impact. Very, very fun game. And we'll catch you next time. Later.